Dímelo, mi gente. What up? It's your boy Gus from GusVillaJewelry.com. Because now we're going to be on a new channel, which is a big announcement. We have a bunch of big announcements that are happening right now. And yeah, it's a lot of big things that are happening. As you can see it on the screen, if you're hearing this on Spotify, then you're probably not seeing what we're talking about. But for those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, we are a different setup, and I'll explain to you guys why. But I said .com because now we're going to come out with a new channel dedicated solely for the VVS podcast. Can I get a clap, baby?
Yeah. Oh,
no
man,
claps.
That's terrible.
No
we can't even clap anymore.
Can't even clap it up. That sucks, actually.
We got to figure it out.
We got. Oh, what about a knee clap? What about a knee slap?
Or do the like deaf people.
Or the. You know? No, it just sounded horrible. Anyway, this is the very, very senseless podcast, aka the VVS podcast. I don't even have to call it a VVS podcast anymore because it doesn't have to do anything with jewelry anymore.
Are we going to change the name?
We could. Or we could do...
Let the Strong 16 decide.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Okay, we'll change it. We're up for the change.
We don't have to change it.
We don't have to change it.
But we're up for suggestions.
But we're up for suggestions.
Yeah.
As you guys know, to my left, I have my coveted co-host of the VVS podcast, maybe a different kind of name soon enough.
Maybe.
It is DJ Mello.
Yeah.
Knee slap, baby.
It's going to hurt.
That's going to suck.
That's terrible.
Guys, I have some really awful news. Awful news to unfortunately transmit to you guys. And this is actually a pretty serious topic. As you guys know, there was a storm that's been barreling towards the center of Florida. We hate to get morbid on this podcast, but unfortunately, sometimes we have to.
Gallo died.
And so I have a horrendous story to share, and it's the fact that Jerry, the producer, is back. Thank you for ruining 1,000% for ruining that joke for me. Honestly,
it wasn't good. It wasn't that good to begin with.
No, I get it, but because you ruined it, you ruined the comedic timing. Yeah, no, you did. Had you not ruined that joke, it would have landed better. But because
it didn't land.
Yeah,
it would have never landed because we all knew where you were going with it.
No, the thing is, we did it, and here. Gallo died. It's, you know what I mean? Like, oh God, thanks, bro. You're the heckler the heckler in the comedy show,
and you're the annoyed comedian. And now you storm off.
Have you ever been in a comedy show where the comedian is bombing?
Yeah, of course,
bro. Some people people hate it, and they're like, "Oh, this is so awkward, though." But I love it, awesome. Dog. I love a comedian bomb.
You ever been to Tipsy on a Sunday?
Oh yeah,
you want to see comedians bomb?
Yeah, man. But the thing is, we don't. Miami has a horrific comedy scene.
Come on, we got guys.
No, yeah. What give me the guys.
We got Carlos.
Shout out Carlos.
Shout out Carlos from Only and Dade. He was really funny.
Okay.
Chamaco, who's now on Saturday Night Live.
Marcelo. He's Colombian. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Shout out Marcelo. He's actually hilarious.
He's out there doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. Day one SNL.
Mario Ramil.
Mario Ramil is really funny.
Funny.
Caballo is really funny.
Funny. We do. Dog. Okay. All right.
That's four guys off the top of the dome.
Off the dome.
And when you say things like that, you disrespect certain guys.
No, you're right.
I'm not saying that we're deep.
Yeah.
But we're top heavy.
Yeah.
We got a starting five.
But a lot of those comedians, I don't know if it's a Miami thing. Maybe not. Maybe a lot of them expand to more bigger audiences. But you don't really have to, because look at George Lopez. I was gonna say that they're very regional in the sense that a lot of their comedy has to do with stuff that goes through an everyday life of someone from Miami. But then you get people like George Lopez, who's been cracking West Coast jokes for 20, 30 years already.
Yeah, but we've talked about this. The West Coast and Mexico are strong.
They're strong.
The support is very strong. And they're everywhere. So he's going to be national. I think, not to take away, I think he's really funny.
Yeah.
I think he's really funny. But there is a lot of support around the entire country from Mexico and the West Coast.
Yeah, they are strong with that one. Speaking of strong, shout out Strong 16.
Strong 16, dog.
Let's go,
They're
baby.
already thinking of names.
They're already thinking of names. If you guys haven't heard this podcast before, this is the VVS podcast. It's usually three of us. Our third member, unfortunately, is going so strong. That's the theme of this podcast.
Yeah. Strong.
He's going so strong with his girl. He's out on another vacation. 2 vacations in less than 90 days.
In less than 60 days.
Diabolical work.
Diabolical.
Call it a babe.
Yeah,
You think it proposes?
Yeah, it's we don't know, but that's gotta be.
You've seen Gallo in a relationship.
Yeah, that's around the corner.
Like?
That's around the corner.
No, honestly though.
Yeah. That's around the corner.
That.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's plus or minus 3 to 6 months, and I'm taking the minus.
Man.
Yeah.
All right. If I give you over under,
I'm taking
let's
it.
do an over under.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's do an over under 3.5 months
On the proposal?
on the proposal.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be either in under 4 months or in 4.
what are the
4
odds?
months.
What are the odds on over? That's like minus 500. So in other words, there's a good chance he's gonna wait more than 4 months.
Yeah.
I'm taking that. I'm
taking
taking
the
that
over
bet.
or the
Yeah,
under?
I'm taking the under.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah, no, it's
nuts.
gonna happen. The thing
Jerry,
about it,
you can pick up the mic.
yeah. The thing about it is when you're in love, like my boy is. I mean, 2 vacations
Yeah.
in 90 days is diabolical work. Most people go on 1 per year. You know what I mean? This is 1 per 3 months.
Yeah.
It's crazy because he just came back from Puerto Rico. So unfortunately, he's not here.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. I just know that he's in
He's very
love. and-
secretive about it.
another
little
thing, another thing about Gallo that you don't know is the boy moves inside
Like lasagna?
like lasagna. Yeah, dude, he's
No way,
super
dude.
secretive. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's weird. He's weird like that. He won't tell you.
It was weird when he told us last night. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, I'm
flying,
taking off.
Which I would have thought at least you would have known.
Right? No, of course I didn't know. Of course I didn't know.
That
Yeah.
took me by surprise.
Yeah, and the fact that he doesn't even say where, he just says, "I'm flying out."
I'm flying.
You know what I mean? That's
it.
weird.
Zero.
That's
Don't ask.
Yeah.
He leaves it so you don't ask.
Yeah,
him.
right.
He just doesn't want to be asked.
Yeah. Look, I'm flying out. I'll never
flying
say
out.
that. I'm like,
Right.
oh, I'm in Sydney.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I gotta
I'm-
do some things. I'm in
Yeah,
India.
yeah. Hey, guys,
Yeah.
a week in advance, I'm leaving. No.
Yeah.
I'm flying out. That's it.
De un día para el otro.
That's it. That's it. That's all we got. And so everybody has their secretive friend
Yeah.
who's shady and in love.
Shady.
Here we have Gallo.
He's shin love.
That was terrible.
Horrific.
God, I wish I would have ruined that joke too. Then you could at least blamed it on me again.
Don't ever say that again, please.
Do you know what episode it is?
Episode 39.
Yeah, it's
Was it?
39.
Oh, I thought it was
think it's
38.
39.
That's
Okay.
already 39 episodes.
39 episodes.
We should do something special for 40.
Now we should do something special for 50.
50.
I have an
Definitely
idea.
50.
Okay, let's do something
an
for
idea.
the podcast. Might be changing names. Who the hell knows? A lot of things are up in the air. But typically, the way it works for those for the newer viewers, if you just started listening to this stupidity, it's a 1 hour podcast, 2 hosts, 5 trending topics with a 10-minute timer. It's kind of like Pardon the Interruption, but the Miami version,
Yeah, the
baby.
Miami version.
You know what I mean? So let's get right into topic numero uno.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. So, and
Jerry doesn't- we
yeah.
looked at Jerry like he knew the topics.
Yeah. All right, so guys, normally
you
how
guys got the first 3.
yeah, normally how this goes is typically Gallo, the in love, shady in love, would tell us the topic, but because he's not here, we get into it without him. So here's the first part of my actual serious joke, which is a clown show, but nevertheless, Miami. Or Florida, I should say, just got hit by Hurricane Milton. Shout out Hurricane Milton!
Shout out Big Mill.
Big Mill. My father-in-law.
Yeah. Mind you, it destroyed lives and killed people.
Shout out Milton.
Shout out Milton. And it just ransacked the entire state of Florida. And as everyone was panicking and, hysteria was going across, I think, everywhere, the one consistent thing that we can say about Floridians is that we're a different breed of animal out here, brother. Because I can tell you one thing. Look, my girl's from Australia, and she was getting phone calls of her family members frantically panicking. Like, bro, how crazy is it out there? Are you boarding up? Are you going to be safe? Oh, you stay safe. When they would hang up the phone, like COVID style, stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. And
Praying
she's
for you.
looking at me though, like what's happening here, bro? And I was genuinely couldn't have cared less, dude. I didn't even get a pack of water.
I had no water at the house.
Straight up, dog. I'd have to boil water. Honestly, dog. It was horrendous, dude. I didn't have water. I didn't canned food.
No
nothing.
canned food.
Not
I hate canned food.
Oh, it's the worst.
I
It's
did
the
not
worst.
buy it.
But I didn't have like a packet of tuna. Nothing.
But I like tuna. Canned tuna is good.
canned tuna is the best.
I like canned tuna
Yeah, but
better than
canned
fresh tuna.
Yeah, but canned tuna is not a thing anymore, brother.
Canned tuna is a thing. I just literally bought a pack of
Yeah,
canned
but
tuna.
now you pay a heavy premium for
No,
canned
you
tuna.
don't.
Yeah, now it's the bag. Now they put it in the bag because it's
They do
more.
both.
Yeah, but it's more environmentally friendly to not have canned tuna anymore. You remember the joy of popping open a nice can
I
of
still
tuna?
do that. I still
I haven't
do
done
that.
that in years, brother. Now I peel
That's
the packet.
because you're down in Brickell with all the Gen Z and all
Yeah,
the
let's
woke
talk
people
about it.
down there, dog.
Let's
Then
talk
you ain't
about
got
it.
real straws out there.
Yeah, dog.
They're not
You're
even
down
plastic.
there with the far lefts.
I love that. I love being insulted
So
that
you
way
didn't-
because it's a real like you're a real pussy. Straight up. Like now that's like a crazy insult.
Yeah,
like
you're telling me you get your tuna in bags.
this guy voted for Biden.
This guy's a Bernie Sanders kind of guy. Not even Biden, dog.
It's crazy how that's now become an insult on the internet, and it's so funny, dude. Oh, the
Anyway,
internet.
so you had no water, you had no
I had
resources.
nothing. Yeah, because people in Miami, look, I'm not saying not to take a hurricane serious, but we didn't know what was coming. And last night, prior to the hurricane coming, Jerry and I have a tradition. We go to Flanigan's and pound double Jack and Cokes with rib rolls and 10 wings mild. Every
smile.
single time that there's a major storm coming in, that's what we do.
And mostly every weekend.
And most
It's not just a hurricane thing, people.
It's not exclusive.
there must be a storm coming every Saturday. Why are we
Every
such
weekend.
degens?
I'm like,
weekend
wait
there's a
a minute,
hurricane.
Doug. So what's the difference between you're like
Wait a
naming,
minute.
he's naming the stuff, and I'm like, wait, okay, yeah,
Okay,
we did
yeah,
that was last Thursday.
That's the same
was clear
standard
skies.
order.
What a bunch of fat idiots we are, dude. But yeah, we were out there. That's what I was talking to Jerry. I was like, hey, bro, like we genuinely, like people in Florida don't care, dog.
Especially South Florida.
Yeah, especially South Florida. Like the inability for Floridians, South Floridians, Miami, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, Naples, to genuinely like not be afraid of a major storm. I mean, this thing was floating over Cancun at a Category 5.
Juan Morales was crying on TV.
Bro, and no
That's
one
crazy.
batted a damn eye, dog. We were like, all right, dog, like let's do this, bro. Like let's do it. Let's board up and let's get buckled down and let's get it, dog. And that's crazy. That's a testament, number one, to the Floridian spirit. And number two, how insanely battle tested and numb we are to a major storm that barreled once again through Florida, only 14 days removed from another storm.
I'll tell you a funny story, because here's the thing. You're making it all heroic, right?
Okay.
I went to Wawa to go put gas because I had no... It wasn't because of the hurricane.
I was on E.
Yeah, I was on
I just
E.
didn't have gas.
Yeah, I just didn't have gas. Honestly, I almost just rode on E just to be like, Pablo, we're going to ride this through on E.
Yeah.
Out of
We're
principle.
chilling.
Out of principle. Like,
Yeah,
we're good.
sure.
But whatever. I went to go put gas. There was no line for gas.
None.
Right? I don't like to pay at the pump because they steal your money, right? I don't have money to steal, but they'll steal your money.
Oh my
He's one
god,
of these
bro.
conspiracy theorists.
I go and I pay inside because they also have the bag tuna in the place. I buy the bag tuna and I pay my gas inside like a regular person, though.
You smack a tuna bag with no toppings, no salt, pepper, no mayo.
Well, the thing about the tuna bags is the ones that I've seen, they come with crackers and they come already like a tuna salad almost. Is from what I've seen.
Jerry, have you ever seen that before?
I have never seen that. I
Are
don't
you
know.
kidding me?
But
No.
I also don't go to Wawa, so I don't know.
Yeah, Wawa's some real Broward shit though.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, they have it everywhere, though.
Where's there a
In
Wawa?
Dade County, they have
There's
it. They
one
have it
on
in-
163rd.
There's
No,
one on
we just got one in
163rd.
Hialeah as well.
There's
It's
one
on
in Hialeah.
Okeechobee.
There's one in Kendall. There's one that just opened in Little Havana. They're everywhere.
Okay, all right. Never
Anyways.
seen a Wawa.
So I go put gas, right? And I go inside. There was no line for gas, right?
course
Like, because you know when there's a hurricane, there's a line for gas.
Frantic.
And people are going nuts, you know. No. I parked right then and there. I go inside. There was a line inside, right? About 6, 7 people, maybe 8 people. I don't know. 4 of those people I counted out of 7. So with the percentages on that,
Yeah.
had cases of beer with them. There was a line for beer. There was no line for gas, dog.
That was more important than actual
Because
gas.
anything below a category 2, like 2 and under, we're chilling.
Chilling.
And
It's a
the
tropical
lights
storm.
just so happened to go out. We end up at Flanny's in the Grove. Feliz de la. I wish the lights go out so I can go to Flanny's in the Grove, dog. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like that is it's not about a spirit. We're
Yeah.
about that action.
I
dog.
think that we're just so numb to it already, man. Like how many times we get hit up with hurricanes? All like, dude, like the most devastating one. Which one was that one? Was it Ian or whatever that hit Naples and like tore it? What is it? Oh yeah, what was it?
I think it was Irma.
Irma was bad.
Yeah, and it destroyed Naples, bro.
Yeah.
Destroyed Naples, like catastrophically, horrendously, using all the lees, like almost wiped it out in a way. You know what I mean? And look at Naples, bro. You go back there. Yes, of course, it's not the same. You know, it's already been what 3 years removed, 2 years removed, or whatever. There are a lot of people that lost a lot of money.
That was that the same one that destroyed the Keys too. Remember?
Was it?
Yeah, the Keys was just.
Yeah. And they rebuild, bro. And it's a beautiful thing. And people help each other. And nobody cares if you're the left or the right or whatever the hell it is. At the end of the day, we're just some Floridians trying to survive. So shout out to the people that just a couple of hours ago were under 100 miles per hour gusts that are going to go out there, that survive, that are going to work this thing out. Your boy Ronnie D is gonna come out here and
Ronnie D.
Your boy Ronnie.
Yeah, dog.
It is crazy though. Like my mother-in-law, she was supposed to come down yesterday.
Oh,
she
really?
canceled her flight, the whole thing. She was like, I want no
Yeah,
part of
but
that. We were outside hanging out last night, right? We were outside, like in the balcony, because it was a little windy. I want to get a little breeze, bro. It's hot as hell, so I just want to get a little breeze outside.
Yo, but did the airline cancel her flight?
No, they flew. They landed at 2:30 p.m. yesterday. No problem. Dog.
That's so gangster.
That's gangster, dog. Like, and she's like, "Are you guys okay?" Like, she was like,
Calm down,
why are
mother.
you guys outside?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean, why are we outside? I'm smoking a J. Am I smoking inside?
What kind of psychopath do you think I am?
I have a little bit more sense than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Panicking. You know what I call it? I call it getting fear-mongered.
Yeah, I love that word.
Fear-mongered.
Yeah, because if you're the fear-mongery, you feel like a little bitch.
So yeah, she got fear. I said, Ma, you got fear-mongered.
Yeah.
That's all that happened.
Yeah, relax.
Yeah.
Chill out. We've been through this before.
Worse.
Yeah.
All we got was a breeze that we needed desperately. Un calor que hay aquí.
Yeah.
That was a good little breeze we got yesterday.
Yeah, no, but there's some people that went through some real devastation.
Let's keep it
Not
above.
to downplay it.
I'm just talking about my experience.
No, there's some people that lost their homes.
Would you think Lieutenant Dan made it? Did you hear about Lieutenant Dan?
Oh, come on.
Lieutenant Dan.
Is that topic number 2? Did we hit the 10-minute timer, Jerry? Of course, there's no 10-minute timer with you.
No, we're a minute under.
Oh, my
9
God.
and a half.
No.
9.5.
Okay, here's the thing. Jerry did not count.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
I did.
He did.
We're gonna get to 20 minutes right now.
Oh.
It's 20 minutes. We're not.
We're under
No,
9.
it was 10 minutes of bullshitting.
Oh, my God,
All right,
Jerry. dog.
topic number 2, Lieutenant Dan, which is an extension
Okay.
of...
Can I be truthful with
yeah.
you? Can I be truthful with my boys?
For my boys. Go for it.
I've been claiming that I know about this Lieutenant Dan story and I have no idea.
Oh, you have
Zero idea.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Because Gallo, right before he told us that he was going on his shady vacation, his shaycation,
His shakeation.
he was just like, "Oh, you guys can talk about Lieutenant Dan," and I was
That
like,
was
"Oh yeah, that's crazy." Zero clue.
It's also because Gallo knows about a lot of stuff, and sometimes you just don't want to
Dude,
tell him.
how
no,
does Gallo know
because
about a lot of
he's so
stuff?
woke. and
Okay,
he's so
but
in the
but
that what it is?
but also, let me just talk a little bit about what he does. Do you remember the show All That?
yeah.
all that.
All that. You remember the big girl with the long hair that she used to do useless information for your everyday life as she would do the slinky?
What was her name?
I don't remember. Give
us her name,
Jerry. Google the name.
I used to know her name by heart.
Yeah. I used to know all of their names by heart on All That. By the way, All That underrated sketch comedy
think it
of
was
our
underrated.
youth.
I think it
Oh,
was-
absolutely, it's
I think
underrated.
the respect it deserves.
No. The respect it deserves is Emmys, and it never got an Emmy. Nickelodeon would never even be suggested for an Emmy.
Yeah,
on
it was a
so many
different time
things.
back then.
Lori Beth Denberg.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Lori Beth
Lori Beth.
Denberg. Yeah, that's right.
It was a different time back then.
Yeah,
There was a lot of diversity in that
but
show. So
okay, but you think that show right now, bro? They would lace sketch comedy
yeah, they would like it.
for little kids,
Yeah,
bro.
for little kids, yeah.
How old were we when those shows came out?
Like
10,
8, 9, 10, yeah.
10,
I must have
13?
been like 5, 6.
Dude, and they were legit, well-written sketch comedy. They had recurring segments, bro. It was actually like a legit show.
It was a good show.
Anyway, he used to have this one particular segment that was useless information for your everyday life. And I've been calling Gallo that for years now because he just randomly knows a bunch of dumb shit. But now he's on his shakeation. He can't fill us in. So fill me in, Lieutenant Dan.
I fill you in. I don't know all of it. I've only read little things from like different sources, right? So as I'm explaining a little bit, try to get the real story because there is something going on there.
Okay.
Lieutenant Dan is this guy that was on the boat, right? Yeah. He doesn't have a leg, right? Is this old guy.
Actual Lieutenant Dan?
No, not actual
but I'm saying, are you describing? But for some people, they don't even know who Lieutenant Dan.
Okay, Lieutenant Dan is from Forrest Gump.
Sure.
Right. Okay. So
if you don't know what Forrest Gump is, honestly,
I feel like even if you're Gen Z, but even if you're Gen Z, do we draw the line somewhere?
No, I guarantee that there are some viewers out there of our 16 people that watch us who are Gen Z who have never watched Forrest Gump.
Okay. Well, for those of you that don't know who Lieutenant Dan is from Forrest Gump, turn this off right now because this show's not for you. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not going to explain.
Yeah, let's move on.
I'm not going to explain.
Yeah. You're right.
I'm not going to explain.
Okay.
Turn this off.
Okay.
Unfollow, unsubscribe, unhit the like button.
If you don't know who Lieutenant is, you're a bum.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm not going to explain it.
Right. Go ahead.
You're a loser. So Lieutenant Dan is I don't know if it's his real name. Like, I don't know if his Dan is his real name. But he's a guy on a boat.
Sure.
He's missing a leg. He looks like a homeless guy.
Sure.
Like he's a skinny guy with like tattoos. He looks like he's been through a lot, whatever. He looks like he might have been a veteran. Point is, he didn't want to evacuate. His boat. He has a little boat, little 15-footer that he lives in. And he was like, I'm not leaving. This is my home.
But is it like a catamaran where he could like
a catamaran.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's not like a big catamaran. It's just a small
It's
sailboat.
a small little sailboat.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That it could like he can go into a cabin. In other words, it's not like a 15-footer open.
It wasn't the Andrea Gale.
Yeah, he's not like he's not like on a 15-foot Mako. By the way, that's an elite reference. Elite reference, dude.
Yeah,
Elite.
it's actually a 20-foot boat.
Is it? Okay,
It's
so it was a little
exactly
bit bigger.
20
Okay, but it has
But
a
it
cabin.
looked small. Yeah, but
So what? He hunkered down.
he hunkered down. But there was people that come out and would be like, hey, man, like you should probably take shelter. Like there's going to be 15 feet storm surges. And he was like, bro, this boat, it's supposed to be on water. So if the water rises, the boat rises with the water.
Oh,
We'll
that's
be
beautiful
fine.
logic. I mean,
Yeah.
does that make sense?
It does
It
make
makes
sense.
to
No,
me.
it does make sense. I mean, yes, I don't know much about, like, I'm not a sailor, but, like, it
Yeah,
does
put
make
a
sense.
little B-roll of this guy's face out there.
Theoretically, we're not going to put B-roll. Theoretically, it makes sense. And I was like, you know what? This guy might have a chance, dog. He might have a chance with that logic.
Did
And he was confident about it, too. I think that's what sold me on it.
No, there's
I was
an
like, you know
article
what?
that came out about 2 hours ago,
Uh-huh.
and it's literally about Lieutenant Dan. It says Lieutenant Dan is safe after riding out Hurricane Milton on his boat.
So
what a
right. So so people would come out. They even had a video of like the mayor of Tampa or whatever was, or the chief of police that came out and was like, "Pablo, you got to go."
Oh, because they interviewed him
yeah,
before.
no, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, how did they find out about
all this stuff?
Oh, okay. Like a news station came and was like, "Hey,
No, it was like YouTubers.
Yeah, it went viral on TikTok.
Yeah, it
it
went
was
viral
like
on
somebody came
TikTok.
out to him and they were like, "Oh, he's
Like,
like,
dude,
no,
you
I'm
should
not
probably
leaving."
leave. Like, someone noticed him and they was like, dude, you should probably leave. And then other people started coming.
Yeah, and then the cops came out and they were trying to get him to evacuate.
Then the story goes that he left, that he went to a shelter. That was the story. Like, no, he actually went to a shelter. He's fine because the chief of police convinced him. But then it came out that he didn't go to a shelter, right? So that he still stood around. Then it came out that this was all a sham. That it was all a sham. Yes, dog, it was all a sham. And that he was just like this guy who just started a GoFundMe and he was like a digital content creator. I don't know what, that he just, I don't know, whatever, right? And that it was all a sham, right? Then it doesn't end there. It comes out that this guy has a record a mile long of sexual assault, like he's a pedophile, and that's the reason why he actually couldn't go to a shelter because
Can't be near,
he was
like-
a pedophile and they don't allow pedophiles in shelters, right? But I don't know. There is where you lost me. I was like, bro, there's too many storylines, too many twists and turns. Now it comes out that he's safe and that it's fine. And he got offered a deal by some kid. Find me the YouTuber. It was like $100,000 deal for Kick, for the app Kick, like the streamer app or whatever, to go on that because now he's super popular. He's super viral. But then when they found out that he had sexual assault cases and like underage stuff, they took it away. And then they interviewed him. The last thing I saw was that they interviewed him about that. He was upset about it and defending himself, I guess.
Yeah, it's
so it was a
literally-
story with a lot of twists and turns. I still don't know right now. And I'm sorry if he's, like, but this is what came out, that he was a pedophile, all this stuff. So I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he's not a pedophile. Maybe he did survive. Maybe he's a hero. I don't know. But this is all the stuff that has been coming out on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, on all this stuff. So that's
Oh my
Lieutenant
good.
Dan.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because if you just Google Lieutenant Dan, one of the first things that comes out is Lieutenant Dan criminal history.
Yeah.
And like there's like a bunch of different like headlines. It's like Lieutenant Dan.
Okay, but did he
Like,
actually do it? Did he
One
do
of them
it?
is,
Did he
was
do it or did he
Lieutenant
not?
Dan charged with child abuse, assaulting women?
Oh, this guy was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
real
Undo General.
creepster.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
If you look at this guy, he looks like a crackhead that probably belongs here in downtown.
That's what I'm trying to say. Show him the picture so
Show
he
me
can
the
kind of
picture.
get an idea.
Show me the
Mira la
picture.
fotico de Lieutenant
Show me.
Dan.
Let me see the picture.
Show
of
the
Lieutenant
people.
Dan.
Show the people.
Oh yeah, he rapes
That's
little
Lieutenant
kids.
Dan.
Bow
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Bow
for
wow.
sure.
He rapes little kids.
Yeah.
That was
Bow
coming
wow.
out on that show that they're jumping pedophiles.
Yeah.
He's getting that ass whooped.
Dateline. You know what I mean? 1,000% Lieutenant Dan did it.
Or his actual name is Joseph Malonowski.
No, he did it for sure.
I mean, Doug, it didn't matter what you say. Now
I've
you're
seen so
convinced.
much true crime drama recently, dog, that I know a name that's a pedophile. I know a pedo name when I see it, dog.
That's a PO. Anything that ends with ski.
Yeah.
Sandusky.
Oh, good one.
Brewski. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. All right. No, it's a bit out of touch, but all right.
I'm out of touch.
I'm out of time.
Who sings that song for $1,000? I'm out of touch.
Flock of Seagulls.
No. Hall & Oates. Loser.
Oh, okay. All right.
So Lieutenant Dan, yeah. So was it all true?
So there's no like actual confirmation.
That's
here.
what
I
I'm
can't
saying.
see
It's
his, like,
such a weird
Okay,
I
thing.
but
can't see his
so-
like actual criminal history, but it says
I
like,
can see why the story is so compelling.
It was a compelling story.
Because as you were telling me, I'm going in and I'm going out. I'm on his side. Now I'm not
No,
on his
I'm not on
side.
his side, yeah.
But then I am on his side and then I'm not. And I'm like, oh, give him the money to go on kick. And
Yeah.
I'm like, don't give him the
Don't
money
give him the
because he's a
money 'cause
rapist.
he raped
And now I
kids.
see a picture of him. I'm like, oh, he did it for sure.
Now you're sold. Now you're
yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
You
Now he
made
needs to go to
your-
jail. You know?
Take him back.
But let's keep it a buck to sit there and ride out a storm.
But do we know that he rode out the storm for real?
it says he did. Like from
He
the article,
looks
it
like he
says that
did.
they
Like he
came
should have
back out.
vlogged that. That's a missed opportunity.
That's
Like,
crazy that you
riding
just
out-
called it a vlog.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I call it a vlog.
Yeah, that's
like, in
come
this
on.
article-
It makes more sense to call it a
No,
vlog, a
it's-
video blog, vlog.
No, because it's a blog.
I understand, but it's a video, so
It's a vlog.
I know, but it doesn't sound right.
You're an idiot. Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, it's,
Look, dog, I'll be honest with you. If they paid me $10,000, I'd ride it out with Lieutenant Dan. Me and him on a sailboat.
He'd rape you. Then again, is it
Listen,
rape
I'm
if
not-
you like it?
Yeah. I don't think I'm Lieutenant Dan's type, my boy.
No.
No. Brolic, brown, and old.
Brolic.
Yeah,
I don't know about
yeah.
brolic.
That's a
Overweight. High
Obese.
blood pressure.
Nah, I mean, look, if he did it, it's crazy. But also, give him give him 100 racks. I want to see what he wants to hear.
What?
What do you want to talk about,
I'm
Lieutenant
also
Dan?
gonna say something to rile up Gus. That's in this little
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Tampa Times things.
Uh-huh.
Let's go, let's go.
He
ahead.
says that God was giving him signs.
Oh,
2
God
days
gave him
ago
signs.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go
to
with that.
ride out
God
the
had a little bit of
storm.
time.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
he's
no, no,
Noah's
That
Ark.
his faith is
He's Noah's Ark.
stronger than the storm, and that he was gonna be okay. on
And that's
his boat.
why Floridians have faith.
That's what it is. Yeah, no, for sure. Let me tell you. Did he ask for faith when he was molesting little girls? Was he molesting a girl named Faith?
He's triggered now. That's
Yeah.
it. You triggered him. You
No,
triggered him.
that's
That's it.
That's it.
I'm so
That's it.
easy.
Now,
Molesting your girl named
Yeah,
Faith.
come on. I mean,
That's
nobody really caught that
That's
one. I
sick.
didn't like
No,
that.
it's sick. I don't want to.
Sick
Yeah,
thoughts.
sick thoughts. That's sick.
But look, at the end of the day, look, whatever. Molest a girl named Faith. But
whatever. Molest a girl
Wait,
named
what?
Faith.
Yeah,
No,
crazy.
Let's not molest. a
yeah,
girl named
let's
Faith.
not do that. But if we are talking just balls of steel,
Like, take
steel,
away
yeah,
all the
take
bad
away
stuff.
him molesting Faith.
Which we actually don't know if he
we
molested
can neither
someone named
confirm or
Faith.
deny.
Yeah,
We don't know. We don't know, right? Let's take away that. Doug, you gotta have, pero, as we say it in Spanish, bro, los calzoncillos bien puestos, my guy. Your pants well put on to ride out a storm, bro, like that.
An astronomical storm in the water on a 20-footer.
That's crazy, brother.
And it was,
and do they anchor him down, or like he straps onto like a mangrove or something?
He was anchored.
He was like,
anchored.
he was tied to the thing. No,
No, I think
bro,
he
I
was
saw
he was
anchored.
like tied to the thing. I don't know.
That's nuts, bro. Like, again, outside of him, touching faith, it's
He's
crazy.
got a little GoFundMe if you want to support him. He's already got 40 grand in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Throw
that's
a
sick.
Saying, the past is the past.
Yeah. The
Help
past is the
Lieutenant Dan.
Jerry,
Faith forgives.
the power of faith compels you, Doug. Or the touch of faith, I should say. Okay, all right.
Man. Topic number 3, because this is getting out of
Dear
hand.
Lord.
Remember, we're on a new channel.
Oh,
dog.
that's right, dog. We can't.
Right.
The Strong 16 appreciates a
They
good dark
do.
joke, though.
Right. But now the safety net of the GVJ
Yeah.
channel is
No,
gone.
but I think that now I could be a little bit more free.
Ooh, you think so?
Because there's no like people
Oh, I
that
know
are
something
gonna
holding
be
you back before.
Exactly. No, I mean, all right. Shout out Strong 16, baby. Let's go.
Do we have a topic number 3?
Yeah, we got of course we got topic number 3. Jerry has a topic number 3. Hit me
What
with
was
it.
my topic? I forgot about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
here
the
we
topic.
go. Look how we crumble and fall apart when we don't have our producer. That's
Gallo
why,
would have picked us up.
bro.
here,
Gallo not only does he give better insight than Jerry.
Thanks.
He also hits record when he's supposed to, right? Let's start with that. Let's start with the
importantly,
basics.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, something's wrong with this equipment. It's not my fault. You wanna, be cheap.
And no accountability.
Okay, and that's the zero accountability.
That's
the thing
crazy.
is,
That's the craziest part.
Jerry's borderline Gen Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
All right. Anyway, the topic was
here we go.
Here we go.
the order rankings of best Flanagans in South Florida.
Okay.
Can we explain for the people that
Yeah,
are
Jerry,
not
you were
from
supposed to say
Miami?
that to the local hour,
Yeah.
which is the last topic. But of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
let's
yeah,
just
yeah.
go with it because Jerry,
because that was the
because
topic
just Jerry,
I had.
you
it's
know,
all
So
you
what do you want me to do? That's all I
yeah,
got.
no,
That's all I got.
that's a topic that we already had. So he added no value. Once again,
He brought us
proving what an absolute plasta de mierda he is. Literally, he is useless, dog. It's a topic we already had. We had already discussed we were going to use it till the very end. He's just going to spawn it in the height of the show. Let's just throw it out there. Like
we're rolling.
Yeah.
We're
So
good.
now
no,
we
we're
have to,
good.
now we have to improvise.
You gotta go with the flow. You gotta go with the flow.
Now we have to improvise a
He's the
topic.
guy that goes to the skate park and throws sticks in the way.
What a bum you are, Doug. All right, let's explain to the people who have no idea what Flanigan's is to begin with.
try to
Jerry,
save
thank
this,
you
Doug.
for absolutely ruining
What's
this.
something nationwide that can compare to a Flanigan?
Maybe an Ale House.
Hooters.
A Hooters.
Hooters
Okay.
nationwide.
But that's
Yeah, but Hooters
It's
is a
not a
stretch.
Hooters, dog.
No,
it's not a Hooters.
but in the sense it's a
It's a
bar.
sports bar.
It's a sports bar.
Yeah,
Right? Would we say it's a sports bar?
Yeah, it's a sports bar for sure. But the thing about Flanigan specifically is the fact that it is, I think, local to South Florida. Is that? Can we get a
Yeah, I don't
fact
think it
check?
goes past like.
Yeah.
Fort
apparently,
Lauderdale. Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale's the.
I think Pompano. There might be one
Yeah,
in
there
Pompano.
might, exactly. I think there might be one in Orlando as well.
No, there isn't one in Orlando. No.
Really?
I don't think it goes past North Broward.
Okay, so it's a local bar that, as corporate as it's gotten, it still feels very South Florida.
Yeah, very like neighborhood.
Very
bar.
neighborhood bar. So I don't know how to describe that because Hooters is like, I can get the same wing in Nashville, Tennessee. I can get the same Hooters wing in Medellin, Colombia. And I can get it in sometimes like in Europe, I think
Yeah.
there's even Hooters. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, they're like Hooters is very, very different. This is local bar. Technically, it's seafood and grill, but nobody eats the thing. So they had a ranking of top 5 Flanagans. And I believe, to me, the Flanagan's list goes as follows. Jerry, do you have the list?
Number
was,
one.
Number one?
Start with
start
number
with
five.
There you
which
go.
was
Jesus.
3 of them.
Let's work
It was
our way
number
up. All
5,
right.
yeah.
So number 5 was a 3-way tie between North Miami, Kendall, and Fort Lauderdale.
Which are dumps.
Dumps.
I think Kendall should have been number 5 by itself.
No, I think Kendall, and I don't care if I get slack for this, Kendall's Flanigan is garbage.
Well, Kendall itself is garbage.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a dump, right? It's a wasteland. But that specific Flanigan's is the worst vibe out there.
Do you think
it
so?
sucks. The food usually sucks as well. And it's not worth anybody going to that Flanigan's. Honestly, it's if you go to that Flanigan's, yeah.
You never
You're
been to
a
the
loser.
Miramar Flanigan's.
I mean, probably. But the worst part about that Flanigan's is that nobody ever says, oh, the Miramar Flanigan's is popping. That's the best Flanigan's. That's
people
my
hype
gripe.
it up. Yeah.
That's my gripe with it.
It didn't even make the list though.
People,
No, well, because
of course not, because
No,
it's
but
irrelevant.
I get what he's saying.
Yeah, people hype up the Flanigan's in Kendall like it's the spot, and it's not,
No.
bro. No, nobody goes out there. There's
Nobody goes to
It's
Kendall.
zero vibe. It's a zero vibe, and it deserves to be number 10. Honestly. Ooh. Yeah. It really
That's a
does.
little hate filled.
I don't care. Dog.
I think
I
that
don't
the
care.
Kendall Flanagan
Take that to the bank.
sucks. Yeah, but I think it also there's worse ones. Like the Miramar one is really bad.
The worst Flanigan's I've ever been to is clearly the one in Weston. To me.
People like the one in Weston.
What?
Yeah.
Who likes the one
I
in
saw
Weston?
the comments, and I had one of my friends also told me that he liked the one in Weston as well. I've never been.
Bro, that's a trash bag.
No,
full
you
of
know which was a
Flanigan's.
trash bag? Hollandale.
Oh, but that's
my God.
that's like borderline not even considered a Flanigan's.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean? That just has the branding.
Yeah.
Because it's such a dump.
That's a hole in the wall. That's like a dive bar over there. It's so bad.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a dive bar. It's an actual
And
dive
that's
bar.
what's so cool though about Flanagan's
You're right.
is that each Flanagan's is a different experience.
You're right.
That's what makes Flanagan's unique. That's why you can't really compare it to a Hooters. Like you were, I don't know if this is what you were trying to say, but you were saying you can get the same wings in Tennessee,
Yeah.
in California, in Portland, same thing. But in Flanagan's, it's gonna be a different vibe.
Yeah.
Like it's whatever you're going for.
Sure. Yeah, no, you're right. That's exactly right.
And that's what makes it special, I think.
That's what makes it so unique. Number 4 on the list.
Number 4, Flanigan's in Pinecrest.
Also,
Oh,
never been.
never been.
Never been.
Yeah, never been.
Where's Pinecrest?
Yeah.
It's
Who cares?
it's on US 1.
On US
It's
1,
south.
right?
Yeah, it's
on
all the way
US 1.
south.
It's like
by
in a
Cutler
little
Ridge.
shopping. It's
I've been.
trash.
I don't
You've
think I've
been
ever
there?
been to.
What's it
once?
like? What's
I've
the
been
vibe
once.
over there?
The vibe?
Sucks.
Non-existent.
Yeah.
Non-existent.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Number 3.
All right, number 3, which is kind of weird that it's all the way up in number 3, is Surfside Flanigan's.
Surfside. We're getting a clap. Clap all the
Yeah?
way to the
Yeah?
clap all the way. Yeah.
For
yeah, yeah.
Surfside?
Oh, we're top 3. You get a clap. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Even though Surfside Flanigan's is
Where the
trash.
hell Surfside?
It's where the building fell. It's off of one.
Oh, is it the
fifth,
beach?
like- yeah, yeah.
There's a
like-
Flanagan's at the beach?
Is it close to the
Oh
beach?
my
or
God, we've been to that one, bro.
You're
We
t-
went to that one time a long time ago.
You're talking
randomly.
about the one on if Surfside Surfside the one that's in Bal Harbor? Is it the one off of
Let me see what they would consider Surfside. Let me look it up.
You know
Yeah.
when we went when Argentina won the World Cup? That you remember we went to the spot where all the Argentinians were
Yeah,
celebrating,
yeah.
and then we went to go eat
Yeah.
at the Flanny's over there. Was it that one? 'Cause
Yeah,
that
I
one
mean that
sucks.
that's
and it was closing early. No,
Yeah,
come on.
that's probably what it was.
Yeah,
Because
it's
right
Bal
here it's
Harbor.
showing 9516. So yeah, that's
Bal
Bar Harbor.
Yeah,
No.
1,000%.
Sucks.
Yeah, that
Not
Flanigan's
top
is
3.
that Flanigan's is stuffy.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
very
like it.
old. There's
Yeah.
like a lot of old people go there. But I get it because that's probably a Flanigan's that gets like the most locals because there's so many old
At
people.
the beach.
Yeah. Because there's so many old people. And so you know that they love, here's the thing about Flanigan's. It's loved by all kinds of the black
Everyone.
community, the Hispanic community, the white community,
Yeah.
and the white community is very rare in Miami. Like there's but
Yeah.
the OG, like Americans, like Tom and Lowell,
Like the people that listen to Jimmy Buffett.
yeah, that they love Margaritaville.
Yeah, Margaret.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah.
They're out there and they love Flanigan's too.
And they're strong.
And they actually claim Flanigan's more than we do. And they have a rightful claim because
I don't know about
yeah, no. Flanigan's been around since what 1959, and they've been going to that.
When it was whites only.
Yeah, when our colored folk had to go to the back.
It is actually 1959 is when it started.
That's
So it
a
was
crazy
during a
stat
rough
that I
time.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Good job.
Anyway.
guys.
I feel
Yeah.
like every Miamian should know that.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah.
You should. Anyway, number 2.
Coming in at number 2, this is like a little love-hate for me, right?
Okay, go on.
Because I'm from this city, but I don't think this Flanigan's is such a vibe.
It's overrated. I know what you're gonna
Coming in
say.
at number 2, it's Hialeah
Hialeah.
Flanigan's.
Yeah, it's overrated. It's definitely overrated for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And let me tell you something. I mean, look, I only have eyes for my wife, and you only have eyes for Shelly. Let's keep it a buck. We're married. Okay. And because of that, not that you go out there looking for it, right? But the vibe is set by 2 things: the energy of the crowd and the bartenders. And it doesn't have to be girls. It could just be dudes. Like the Flanagans that we all know is number one has the best bartenders, and most of them are guys. And those are our boys. Let's keep it above. We walk in there, we're VIP superstars. We're saying what's up to them. And the staff, the actual staff of the Hialeah Flanagans is trash.
It's not family.
It's not
trash.
That's what it is.
not family.
That's what it is.
They don't.
That's
they don't wanna
exactly what
help
it
you
is.
out.
I didn't know what it was until you said it.
Yeah. Every time I go in there, the vibe of the crowd set because it's Hialeah. Everybody, everybody's chilling. But the actual people that work there suck.
It feels like almost like clubby. They're trying to force like a clubby vibe. Everybody's trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to be seen. Like, bro, it's Flanigan.
It's Flanigan's.
Relax.
Yeah.
You don't feel at home.
You don't feel at home.
And the Hialeah Flanagans, you're right. It really does try too hard, bro. Like there are a lot of people that go there. There are people that go there like dressed up. To the Flanagans in Hialeah, brother, you're right next to the HML. Come on, you're right next to the high school. Come on, bro. Like, let's keep it real.
You're in a shopping center, my boy.
Yeah. Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I get it because of the legendary status. There is the big two. That one is by far has almost a cult following.
Yeah.
The Hialeah Flanagans, I know a lot of people that
I know a lot of people too. I got friends that swear by it.
that don't go,
that's one
and they
thing.
rival our Flanagans.
Which is kind
Yeah,
of crazy.
well, I've had this discussion with one of my friends who was like, "Oh no, Hialeah won," and then that's the battle, always the battle. And I'm glad that the rankings came out.
Yeah.
because we all know who number one is. Give me
Number one. Give me
We're
number one.
number one. We're number one.
dog.
And number one, Coconut Grove.
Coconut
AKA
Grove, baby.
Laughing Lager.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Da, 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 da.
24 champions.
Yeah, it's the 24 champions.
champions.
It's well deserved. Come on. You had to put him
It
at
was
number
a
one.
no-brainer, dude. It was a no-brainer.
Look, man, I don't know of many places, and I said this on the podcast many times. I'm married to an Australian woman who they don't have vibes like that. They don't go to. I mean, they do, but not to the certain extent that we go. And Miami also is a city that, fortunately for the residents like us, there's always something to do. It's never like, oh, bro, we're in a small town. What else is there to do? Like, let's go to the 7-Eleven and let's, shoot rocks or, do whatever it is small town people do. You know what I mean?
Shoot rocks.
I don't.
Yo, no, it is
just
true.
went
I'll
to it,
tell you a story after.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
there's nothing to do. Let's go to the ice arena. You know what I mean? Like, okay, bro, we're grown, dog. Like, come on, let's keep it a buck. What is that, bro? So, at any time, doesn't matter what happens, including last night when there was a hurricane barreling towards the state, I called. This is a true story. I called because for whatever reason, I had a lapse of.
You had just gotten back from Australia.
Yeah, so I was, a little bit foggy headed. Yeah. And so I'm like, Jerry's like, yo, let's ride. I'm like, hold on, let me just call just to make sure that they're open. Literally, Jerry is an attestant. I told him the story when I got off. I called the Flanagans. Welcome to Flanigan's in the Grove. How may I help you? And I was like, oh, what's up, guys? I just wanted to see if you guys are still open. Bro, she answered the phone pissed.
Yeah.
Like, why are you bothering me? She
would've
goes,
hung up on you.
we're regular open hours. Like that. Like, no, nothing.
What is
and
this?
I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'll see you in a little bit.
Then it got weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Like she was pissed that I was
What do you
going to
guys have
call
on
her.
the menu?
Yeah. How are your wings?
I'm not from here. That's the thing.
And so we walked in there, again, impending storm barreling towards the state. And we couldn't find a seat at the bar.
That's what I was gonna ask you. And did it miss a step? Did it
Absolutely
miss a
not.
beat?
No.
Was there anything different?
We had to ask two girls to move to the side so that we can squeeze one chair. It was only one slot chair, so they can give us like the slot for the two chairs because you got to sit at the bar.
No,
You got to obviously you got to sit at the bar.
There's-
You're not-
there's
yeah,
levels
there's
to
levels
this.
to it.
There
Right?
is levels
When you
to
first start
this.
going to the restaurant, first you start sitting at a booth. Yeah, and then you request a high top, right? High top or booth. Oh, we're going to the high tops. Oh, okay,
And
cool,
then you
yeah.
have to wait.
Yeah, and
but
then you have
you'll
to
wait.
Yeah,
But you'll wait.
but you'll wait like a loser.
Loser, you
Yeah.
go wait in that little
Oh,
empty room that's in the
God.
front.
Oh God!
And you sit there
Yeah,
with your
like-
own touch tunes, no vibe.
no vibe, zero vibras.
Yeah.
The touch tune is always open. always. And then you graduate to the bar, and then you get to know the bar, and then it's like us when we walk in there. We walk in there,
And we got two beers in
yeah,
hand.
they don't
As
even
we
ask.
walk in,
I
it's
don't
two
even
beers
ask
in
me.
hand.
Dog. Don't even ask me, brother.
Yeah.
We just sit down, and we literally tell them who's getting up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, these three are about to done. Just sat right
here.
behind them. And then you sit down and then you enjoy the ride, my
Say
brother.
what's up to the people. You get your touch tunes ready.
Yeah,
Walk
bro.
around the bar, high five everybody.
High
Five everybody.
everybody.
Everybody. Look, man, that bar, I can't tell you how many times I walk in there, including yesterday. Your boy was there. I don't know his name. I just know that we've said what's up to him before. Every time I go there, I know somebody.
Yeah, there's always regulars in there. I've never walked in and not seen someone who I hadn't seen before.
1,000%.
You can literally go there by yourself, and you're still end up with a group.
I've
of people.
gone there by myself. I've gone there by myself. Yeah, I
It's
am no.
probably the only place I'd go drink by myself, just because everyone's so cool that I won't feel weird. I won't feel
Yeah,
like
and
an
you'll know
alcoholic.
everybody there.
Yeah,
Like everybody's cool.
and everyone no one's a stranger to being there by themselves.
Yeah.
There's so many times I've seen people just like, oh, just hanging out. Let me watch this game and do it. So yeah, well deserved. Flanigan's in the Grove.
Award-winning.
You are the best by far. Flanigan's in Miami,
and
and
of
so
all
that was
time, really.
and so that was it. That was the thing. Thanks for leaving it to the local hour. Now we just smashed 10 minutes right in the middle of the podcast because of you.
That's the best topic we've had so far.
No, it really wasn't
It
though.
wasn't.
good.
Like,
And
in the
that-
grand
that's good.
scheme of things.
In the grand scheme of things, not many people. If people are listening to this in California, you literally had to like skip
they
through this
were-
segment
I did a Ben
because
Villa.
you because you forced it down their throats. Like at the very end, at least we rewarded them. Had we done it in topic number 5, we rewarded them with solid 50 minutes of podcast.
Yeah.
And then the last, they're like, you know what? I'm not from Miami. I'll get out of here. No. What does Jerry do? Doubles down
Shove it down their throat.
with
Shove it down there.
and here's the thing, it still doesn't add the 5th topic, which we didn't have. He literally gave us the same one we had already spoken about right in the middle. I mean, worst case scenario. At this point, if he just records, like, I'm happy.
But I'm sure he has another topic.
Nah,
right?
he does no other
Bro,
topic.
I've been looking. I can't find anything.
He can't
No. I got the topic for you.
What's the next
Topic
topic?
number 4, 10-minute timer. Al Pacino says he had a near-death experience with COVID, says that he saw the other side, and surprise, surprise, there is no other side. I'll hear your thoughts.
The ghost of Gallo lives in this podcast because that's such a bad topic.
That's such a
No, it's not, dog. What do you think?
That's
What are your
such a
thoughts?
bad topic.
It's
What are
not
your
good.
thoughts? Shut up. What are your thoughts?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say, do you believe or do you not believe?
I thought you were gonna say like, oh, now he's a born again Christian or something.
No. You know who's
No,
really
he kept it 100, dog.
You know, no, he says, so Al Pacino says that, there's nothing on the other side. You just die.
Maybe he's going to hell.
Yeah. It's not hell. He went to purgatory.
What's
Where's
that?
that
What's
from?
that reference? I don't know that reference.
Wow.
You don't know that reference?
Yeah,
No,
that's
where is
crazy.
it? What is it?
Oh, you
That's
don't know Greek
that's
mythology?
no. Well,
What?
Not really.
is Greek mythology.
It is, Jerry, but what I just said is not. That's when Christopher Moltisanti got shot, and Dika dies, and he had a dream. And Paulie, he says, we were in hell. And he goes, you were in hell. You were in purgatory.
So Al Pacino went to purgatory.
Yeah. Well, he may have just died. And then just came back. Or maybe he just didn't see anything because there isn't anything. Let's go.
So how do you there's
He's
people that
just
have
trying
seen
to
the white
rile us
light.
up, dog.
No, there is people that have seen the white light. So how do you explain that?
You don't.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't. That's it. Ended.
This is an endless topic of
is just-
absolutely
This
nothing.
this is such a
No,
bad topic.
but you know who? No. You know who's really pissing me off? bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
let's hear it.
there's 2 people. One person that's pissing me off, and the other person who I'm encouraged by it. Number 1, who's pissing me off, Daddy Yankee, bro.
we've
No.
gone over that.
No. Shut up,
I
because
guess
now
it's
he's
not
reaching
over.
new heights of his stupidity, right? And his rise to fame in the priesthood.
I literally said it. I
Okay.
knew this was gonna happen.
Okay, who cares? Number 2, who's I'm encouraged by. Which, of course, who cares about my approval and who's encouraged by by me or not?
You're not making or breaking anything here.
No,
for
not at
anyone.
all, not at all. But who I'm encouraged by a lot, Mace. You know, he was a preacher
Yeah,
or
he
whatever,
was a
whatever.
preacher.
He's been getting real gangster on the "it is what it
Because
is."
you know, Maze, that was all a facade, dog.
So you think
That was out of
Yankee was a
necessity.
facade?
No, that
No,
was a
he was-
necessity for Mace. Mace was gonna die. And he
What?
had to like reach for God. Yeah.
What
like,
are you breaking
when
news
Mace
here?
when Mace went to the God side, it was the rumor is
the God,
the God side. When he went over with the good guys,
yeah, okay.
when he joined the good
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
it was because he was in trouble. The rumor is that he messed around with some gangster's girl, and the gangster was after him. And while he was also going through turmoil with Diddy, and now we know that Diddy was out there diddling, and God knows what other kind of stuff, dog. So all the things that he saw He was wanted. He was gonna get killed. He went over to the God side, bro. That's all that was. We knew it wasn't real. We knew it wasn't real because guess what happened? He left. He came back, went back again, and came back again.
Yeah.
It was worse than the Lieutenant Dan story, bro. Like, we didn't know what he was doing, dog.
Yeah.
Literally, there was 1 week where I'm like, wow, he's still doing it. The following week, he was Murder Mace again.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Murder
where did
Mace.
this come from, dog? And now he's getting super gangster. Now they're dropping some nasty freestyles.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Cameron
like, oh,
is
yeah.
usually not Mace.
No, come on. Don't be disrespectful, dog.
I know Mace.
is-
I haven't seen it. I
I'm a
haven't
Mace
seen
guy.
one. No, okay, me too. But I'm saying like I
Since
haven't.
we're on the topic of death, a tiger died today after being shot in the head a week
He
ago.
wants to go
What
back
the
to the
hell
local
is
hour,
going
dog. He
on,
wants to
Jerry?
go back to the-
Honestly,
Hey, guys, you gotta
we're
throw
in the
one in
middle
there,
of a
dog.
topic.
that we were kind of saving.
just gotta
Oh
go in there,
my
dog.
God, Jerry, you're
'Cause it just popped up,
single-handedly ruining this podcast, dog. This is crazy work, dog.
He's like, no, this is going too good. Hold on.
like we're
There-
jiving about this and like, oh
There
yeah,
he goes throwing the stick again, my boy.
let me
Yeah, throw that
let
little
me
stick
let
in
me
there,
tell
dog.
you guys about a death of some obscure Miami only. Oh my
It just kept on popping
God.
up on my shit now, though.
El Tiger died, yes.
El Tiger is
Explain.
Yeah, a musical artist by the name of I think it's like Jose Caraval or something like
Yeah.
that. And he is famous for his music in Cubaton, which is
it's Cuban
again,
reggaeton.
Cuban reggaeton, but it's not even reggaeton. It's like it's so stupid.
No, you gotta don't be.
Yeah. No, Cubaton is a
Cubatón
joke.
is really good.
It's
really
a joke. And apparently he got shot in the head. They in the surgery, I don't know if you read the details about the surgery. He got shot in the head, and to keep him alive, they removed a part of his brain.
Oh yes. Well, I heard that from someone in the know.
Yeah, and so that's, I mean, how you do that, how the doctors did it in the Jackson Trauma Center is really beyond me. How do you even remove? Again, I'm not a neuroscientist or neurologist or whatever.
no?
No. I'd have you know.
You're really encouraged by the doctors in Jackson.
Yeah, and the Jackson Trauma Center, they removed a part of his brain, and homie was still alive, like on a respirator.
Yeah.
And then the rumor was that he died, and then the publicist came out and was like, "Nah, he's
No.
still alive."
Yeah.
But then it was confirmed.
Well, what
Tiger.
it probably was that what they were saying is his family wasn't here yet. They were trying to get them over. From
Yeah, but
Cuba.
his mom and dad was dead already. They'd been died already.
Well, whatever. But the
Yeah.
people, the immediate family that needed to be there,
Got it.
they needed to come.
But he was smoked. They knew he was dying.
Well, yeah. I mean, at
Yeesh.
first I didn't know all the details. Then I heard from someone that knows, you know how it is.
Yeah.
The thing about him, he was like in the city. He was around a lot of people knew him. He was really nice. I spoke with him. He used to go to the club all the time where I DJ at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But one time he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, are you Cuban? Like, tú eres cubano?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I'm from Nicaragua." He's like, "Oh, los nicaragüenses son unos duros."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was a really nice guy.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
it's sad.
Thanks, Jerry. I mean, I would have really
Not
liked.
only is it like
threw a
a,
little
I
topic
wouldn't.
in there
Yeah,
for you,
not,
boy,
it's
dog.
morbid.
It's morbid.
It's
Yeah.
morbid.
It's
Yeah,
because
it's
you
really-
were
it's
on
actually
the
like-
topic of Al Pacino coming back. I was like, guess who didn't come back? A tiger.
No, but honestly though, El Tiger, dog.
That boy didn't come
Yeah, he
back.
didn't come back.
Jerry,
But the thing
dog,
is that we
you're,
don't-
you're
Yeah.
ruining this
It's
podcast.
so bad.
dog.
It's so bad. It's so
He's
bad.
literally ruining this podcast. dog. This podcast is gonna be a dump
It was
because of
kind
Jerry.
of going good, dog.
We started pivoting the
yeah.
corner. We have, this thing that we talk about with Mello. We get into this zone where we forget that we're in a podcast and it's not about the cameras. And I was pivoting towards there. I was getting in the groove of
I felt it.
I felt it too. And then Jerry just comes in there and just throws a curveball in the middle of the topic. It's not even like topic number 5. Like,
Why'd you do a Mrs. Doubtfire there?
It was a run by Fruity.
by the
what
way,
you said.
by the way, Mrs. Doubtfire, top 5 underrated movie
Yeah,
of all
top
time.
five
People don't
movie
talk
of all
about Mrs.
time. R.I.P.
Doubtfire.
Robin Williams, another guy that didn't make it.
Yeah. Talking about people not seeing the other
Yeah,
side.
since we're gonna keep the morbid.
Yeah. I saw an interview. Every time I see an interview about Robin Williams, it's always like him doing some like beautiful human thing. It's so tough. It's so tough though. I'll tell you what I saw a clip of. It was an actor who was on the Oprah show. And he didn't want to come out of being gay, but the Oprah show was, I guess, they were going to ask him, like, are you gay? And this is a time I think.
Why
like
are you gay?
Yeah. Why are you gay? Who says I'm gay?
Who says
you are
you are
gay? And they were like, Oprah pressed him on the question, was just like, yo, dog, like, you know, what do you think about this thing? And as he was saying it, he had told Robin Williams that he still didn't feel comfortable just coming out of Oprah.
Yeah.
And so he sees Oprah ask him the question and he's about to start answering. And Robin Williams just cuts it in the most like funny way
and professional.
In a professional way, starts making fun of like Oprah, the way she asked the question, and completely deflects off of him. And he didn't have to answer it that time because he knew that like he wasn't ready to talk about it. What a good human, bro. I wonder if they're going to remember me like that.
No.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Yo te quiero.
But the reality is
dog, near and dear. You're near and dear, but the reality is nobody, dog. It's gonna be like when you die. It's gonna be generic. Like, oh, he lit up every room he came in.
Oh,
he had a smile. Like the
I hate
generic
that.
one. When you know the person was a bad person.
Yeah,
it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
There wasn't anyone that he didn't have an impact on. What is that? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Just a bunch of sandbagging.
Yeah. What do you think you're gonna remember? What's your legacy?
No, that's gonna be the same, brother.
Yeah. Because you're
I did nothing.
Yeah, you really didn't do it. Yeah, you're really kind of a loser, dog.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Let's be serious.
Let's keep it a buck. Outside of this Wednesday, October 16th gig, you've done nothing.
You're peaking on Wednesday, and from that, it's just all downhill from there, my boy.
Shout out to the 11 who are you going to be at. If you guys
Club
are in
11.
the city, October 16th, my boy right next to me went from being a taco stand DJ at a restaurant, his first gig, big time gig. It's going to be at 11. If you don't know, in Miami, 11 is the biggest outside of Live, the biggest club, biggest names in the industry. And you're going to lace it on a Wednesday. Prime time, you're on the flyer.
Yeah.
This is
Headliner,
huge
baby.
time.
Headliner.
Huge time. So this is a really big thing. If you guys are in Miami Wednesday, October 16th, pull up. Strong
I have
16.
a guest list, so
Strong 16. Hit Mello up.
At Mello the
We're all
DJ.
gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Everybody's gonna be there. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna pop bottles. It's gonna be a movie.
Bottles on GVJ.
Well, I don't know about all that. You know, it's not been a good month for me, boys.
No one really took a hit on that.
Yeah.
Do we have a final topic or no?
No, of course we don't have a final topic. Come on, it's Jerry, dog.
Come on, guys.
Give us something, Jerry.
No, the thing
All right,
about
you guys
it.
want another?
No, never mind. You know what? What else you got?
No, I do got something a little bit that I wanted to talk about.
All right.
All right. So I recently came back from the Straya. And
Can you just say, because nobody's going to know what the hell that
the
means.
Straya is Australia. Everybody knows where
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody.
Okay.
Like a stray dog or something.
Yeah.
Australia.
Like,
And-
back with
yeah.
some type of disease.
And well, all right. God, my God, Jerry, dog. Okay, you're going out of your way to do it. And I never thought that I would be this guy, but on this particular trip that I went for one of my wife's cousins' weddings. And of course, we're just coming off of your wedding. But anyway, the point is, I had a lot of conversations during this trip, and so many of them, because she had some cousins that came in from Seattle and from wherever the hell, Canada. And like we got into these battles, and usually like whatever, they're so predictable to a certain extent. But this one's, I just remember being so like, I've never been around it so much as this particular wedding, which is like this national sense of pride. And it was so many people from Australia attacking me as like people thinking that like Americans think that they're better than everyone else. And I never had to defend that ever. I never was been accused of it. I've never been like that. But like I caught myself so many times being like, nah, bro, because like we were talking about like Kit Kats, and the Kit Kats in Australia are trash. Legit trash though.
Yeah.
Is it still called Kit Kat?
Yeah, it's called a Kit Kat. No, it's called a Kit Kat. Yeah, and I remember telling them, like, nah, bro, like, because the Kit Kats here are like actual garbage. Like the Kit Kats and everyone was just like, oh, here's the American, like talking that everything in America is so much better. And I sat there and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I am. And then it was like 3 or 4 other things that I said, and I got the same reaction, like, oh, here's the American, like you guys in America think that everything is better. And I was like, damn, do we actually do that, dog? Like, do we actually do that?
Probably,
like you
I
traveled
think
to a place where you're like, oh man, like maybe
I've never gotten
Shamed.
shamed for
I got
it.
a little bit shamed.
Yeah, no, I could tell it hurts.
Yeah.
You look like you have some pain behind those eyes.
Forgetting Cheryl Marshall.
That's the reference right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it hurt.
Yeah.
I'd never had that experience, but You've traveled a lot more than I have. But I mean, in my experience from traveling in other places, I've never had anybody be like, "Oh, you're American."
Yeah.
But I also feel like I am American, but I'm also from Miami.
Yeah.
You
Do
know
you
what
feel
I
like you do that a little bit sometimes about Miami? Like, have you seen
Oh,
those,
yeah. No,
that
no, no.
meme that's on Only in Days?
Yeah,
Shout out Only in Days.
Carlos, you see
Yeah,
what I'm
he's like,
saying?
oh, yeah. Like, oh, they have a
That's
beach in the Grove.
me all day. There, I'm guilty as charged.
Yeah.
But is that you could take me anywhere, dog. What's the most beautiful place you can think of that you've been?
Austria, Vienna.
Okay, cool. Take me there. What is that?
What?
What is that place? What does it have?
It's-
Like, what is it? Is it a
Oh, it's
beach?
just
Is
an
it a
enchanting city,
enchanting
landlocked.
city? What does that mean?
Chanting. No. I think we're gonna start writing on
This
poll.
guy did a Disney. Hold on, let me fix my little pelito here.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to be in Austria in 2 weeks. For 3 weeks, I'm going over there, and all I've seen is just it's gorgeous. They have some of the most beautiful Christmas markets it's a landlocked city country between Germany and Switzerland, and Austria is there, and also Hungary, which is also around there. But it's supposedly really beautiful.
Okay, but what's this place that you said?
Vienna, it's the capital.
No, the place that you said that's the most beautiful place you've ever seen.
Oh, I would say the most beautiful place I've ever seen is Lauterbrunnen, Switzerland,
Why do you have to say it like that?
because that's how you say it.
But just say it like normal.
Lauterbrunnen.
Okay, what is that? What does it have?
It's
What's
a valley.
What is it? Okay,
it's a valley. It's a little town of no more than 500 people,
Yeah.
sandwiched between two huge mountain ranges.
Okay.
And it's a valley like right in the middle, and it's called the city of 1,000 waterfalls, or the town of 1,000 waterfalls, because it has waterfalls that just cut and just start falling into like the thing. It's crazy. Okay, go.
Jerry's gonna feel me on this one. Have you ever rode your bike through Shark Alley in the Everglades?
Shark Alley's a
Valley.
dump.
You ever see how beautiful that is?
Shark Alley's a dump. Shark Alley's an actual
You
dump.
see the mosh.
Every time.
You see the crocodiles.
Okay.
The weather's beautiful. Come on, you're not gonna compare, dog. We have everything we need here.
Do we though?
We do. We have beautiful beaches.
But I feel like you're the one of the type of people that like just don't like giving credit to other cities because you think it's gonna discredit yours, and that's where I don't care. Like you have this hatred towards the city of New York that's strictly because of sports team
because
and because
New York is an actual dump.
New York is dope, bro. New York is a dope. I've said this for years, bro. New York is one of the if not the dopest city in the United States.
No, okay. I'll give you an example. I hate everything about Boston. The teams, everything.
Yeah, but the actual
Said my
city's
wife.
the actual
Boston is-
city's a dump.
No, Boston is much nicer than New York.
Bro, but you cannot compare New York City to Boston, and that's all due respect to Boston.
New York City is a dump,
Bro, New York City has so much soul, so much cool
soul,
restaurants,
so much cool
things to do. It's a beautiful city. I mean, yeah, is it a little trashy? Of course.
Yeah, it's super trashy.
Yeah,
actually.
okay, of course.
Smells, there's rats. No.
But outside of that, it's one of the world cities. I would put it up there with any other city I've ever visited
That's
as the
ridiculous.
things to do
That's
and
ridiculous.
cool.
You know what pisses me off is the people that go, especially from Miami, because that's my experience. People from Miami that go to like, I don't know, to other cities, Spain, to Barcelona, to Madrid, to wherever, any other city, and it's like, oh, I love it here. Like now all of a sudden I would move here. I would move here, people.
no.
I hate that. I would move
that's
here,
the
people.
worst. That's the worst, bro.
Like, come on,
Like
dude.
if I didn't have a job, I would
Yeah,
just live
bro.
out here, just be happier, bro. Like actually shut up, bro.
Actually, shut up.
Actually shut up, dog. Yeah.
That's what I don't like. I'm
Yeah.
not like what you were saying. I can kind of see that, but I'm really not. Like I've visited a lot of places now in the last couple of years, and I find a lot of places are like beautiful, bro. Beautiful. You know, Medellin, for example, which is probably one of the. I've been to Barcelona, which has just ridiculous things that I would never imagine I would have seen. But it's still not Miami to me, dog. I would not be like, oh. I'm not saying it's better or it's not better. I'm just not gonna be. Oh, I would move here.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would move there. But like again, like the one thing that I just want to get my point across is that like I don't think that because I okay, I absolutely adore this city. I would not move anywhere else in the U.S. outside of Miami. It for me. It has everything that I ever wanted, and it's my home. It's where I grew up. So to me, I'll never leave it. However, I could truly appreciate other great American
that's
cities.
cool. Yeah,
For
of
instance,
course.
have you ever been to Chicago?
I've never been to Chicago,
Bro, Chicago.
But I want to go to
Is
Chicago.
Jerry, you been to Chicago?
No, I haven't. It's one of the places I want to
Bro,
I want
my
to go
brother
to.
lives there.
and go stay with Luscious Lou.
It's fire, bro. It's think of New York City but cleaner. And a little bit smaller, of course. But it's very much
I
so
want
New
to go
York City
flick the
vibes.
bean over there.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of things. And again, I'm not gonna hate on a city
No.
because of that. Like
I don't hate on New York because it's New York. I hate because it's an actual dump. I think New York is an actual
that's
dump.
that's
I've been to
crazy.
Atlanta. Atlanta's a dump.
Atlanta's a
Yeah,
dump.
Yeah, Atlanta's a dump. I gotta agree there.
I've been to South Carolina. South Carolina was really nice.
South
Kentucky is really
Carolina.
nice. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's like very southern, very like different. To me, I don't like the big city stuff when I go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Dog, sometimes it's serendipitous the way we finish each other, and I pick up on another.
Whoa, hey, yo.
whoa.
What do you mean we finished each other?
Yeah,
the Menendez
Diddy.
brothers.
Yeah, Diddy. Yes, Diddy. Yes, Diddy.
Diddy.
It's perfectly segued into another. You want to see some real Miami? You want to see some real Miami shit,
This is
dog?
real Miami shit
This
right
is
here.
real
If you're
Miami
not
shit.
from Miami, this
you
is
don't
Miami.
know. We're serving up. Explain to people what Flor de Caña is and what we're about to do right now.
Caña is my country's rum.
National pride.
Yeah,
I mean,
national
to let's
Yeah.
keep it a buck.
And also, most likely, a well rum at your local bar.
I
By
best,
the way.
I best. But because we don't have cups, we hit it in some cafecito cups.
Cafecito cups, which is pretty much caffeine.
Right.
Like as much caffeine as possible in one little cup.
So we're smashing Nicaraguan rum in cafecito in the middle of downtown Miami. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother. Let's go. Sorry. I do love Flor de Caña, though. If
and
I
that's a
had
20 year, no, but
Yeah.
there's a good Flor de Caña.
Right. Yeah,
Which
I'm
is
not
like
going to
the
smack
aged
a
ones.
12-year-old. That's
Yeah,
horrendous.
That's bad.
And anyway, what I was saying was there is what the hell was I talking about?
You're talking about Chicago and just cities.
No,
No,
you were
no.
saying about how when you go somewhere. Well, what I said was that I don't like the big city stuff when I go somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Okay. So we were talking about with a friend in Sydney, and we were talking about like having a realistic conversation of like as you get older, can you live in a town? And I've had this conversation with Jerry before. Can you live, realistically speaking, as a 35, 32, however old you are, Jerry, old male, in a city that is like remote? In other words, in a town. And can you live in the nature? And before, my whole entire life, I said there is no way I can't leave this city. I love Miami, blah, 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 blah. The older I get, bro, the more I understand why people leave cities, bro. Because of the nature, because of whatever it is. So, like, I posed the same question that was asked to me that I said yes now. Would you be able to live, even if it's for a summer crib, in a remote-ass town? I'm talking about remote, bro. Like out there in Massachusetts where you have to, like, take a little boat to, like, get to the little island where, like, the place is at. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you call those? By like Newport and Connecticut and all those kind of like weird little towns,
Like
bro.
Martha's Vineyard.
But yeah, like something like that.
Even though it's like
kind
rich
of,
folk,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
that's-
remote. It's very remote.
Yeah,
It's still very remote. Yeah.
Very remote. Would you be able to do that?
No, to live there, no. I'll tell you what. I had that experience in a sense. When I went to Colombia, when I had my mini moon, I went to Guatapé, and there is nothing in Guatapé. It's at night. Like I'm a night guy. I'm a nightlife guy. So I get
too.
I get
I'm a
anxious.
night
You see,
guy.
I was convinced.
I get anxious.
I was convinced of the other. I asked this question,
Yeah.
and the guy convinced me. I was like, nah, bro. You know what, man? Like maybe I am turning the page, but
Yeah.
a shot of rum,
If I want to go,
and my boy next to me, and all of a sudden, let's
of a
rage,
sudden.
my
Yeah,
boy.
dude, like-
yeah.
imagine if you want to go. Look, there's nothing wrong with like, okay, let's say we lived in a remote place and I called you and like, yo, I have a bottle, let's go drink it. Cool, we can go drink it, we can have a good time. But what if we want to have a vibe? What if we want to go out somewhere? We won't have that. I'm telling you, I went to Guatapé. I went to this super nice hotel, like a glamping hotel, like 4-star, I think it was. I don't know. It was amazing, right? But we stayed there. We were there for 4 days. I literally told my wife, I was like, 4 days is gonna be too long. I already know it. She's like, no, 4 days is gonna be great. Da, da, da. After 2 days, we both were like, I need noise.
Yeah.
I want to be where the people are. Yeah,
Yeah.
yo. I was like, bro, I need noise. We left a day early. And I'm talking about the food was amazing. The room was amazing. Bro, our room, like, it opened up to, like, a river. It was beautiful. The most beautiful thing
But
in the
what do you
world.
think about it? Do you think it's the solidarity of being out there with nobody else and you needing human interaction? Because I think that's what, to a certain extent, when you get older, bro, like, our social lives become more and more our wives.
More compact.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not so much about doing this
But
anymore.
even with my wife, like, even if we want to go out to eat, like, after this, we're going to go out to eat,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, it's 9 o'clock right now. If we were in some remote place, everything is closed. So now we can't go out to eat. Like, we
Right.
can't go have just a regular dinner, have a little, a little noise,
A little chilling.
yeah, a little chilling,
A little vibes, a little vibras. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
dog, yeah, I get
that's
it.
what, to me, I still can't. Maybe when I get older, I don't know. But
Nah,
to
I'm
me,
back on your side. Yeah,
I'm back.
No. Don't tell me nothing else. Don't give me any
So
maybes.
I have one of my dreams that I've told my wife before is I want to have a house in Montana. I want to have one there.
You been?
I've never been. I know that I'm gonna love it because I know that it's cold, it's remote, and it's mountains. And that to me is there's nothing better in the world to me than that. I don't know if it reminds me of like when I used to go to my mom's family's house in Mendoza, and that's basically what it was. But there's something about that combination: remote, wilderness, mountains, and cold weather that I just love. And I know that the property isn't that expensive.
No, it is.
Is it?
Montana's supposedly very expensive. There's a
Is it
lot
really?
of rich people out there because a lot of rich people do the same thing. They buy houses out there, and the real estate out there is some of the most expensive in the United States.
Because
if you want like a nice
it's
property,
a
That
different
shattered
vibe.
my-
It's
my
a
dream.
different vibe,
Bro, but can you imagine, like, bro, there's some houses out there that gives you like an acre and a half, and to where the eye can see is a beautiful mountainous snowy range, red land, like wild animals, a forest, bro, with a little creek of river. And you're just out there for like, let's say for instance, like you have kids, bro, because you guys are gonna eventually have kids, and you want to just fly out there and like just spend a month and a half, you and the family just vibing out there.
Yeah.
I never thought I would say that.
But yes, I'm not saying I don't enjoy that because, like I just told you, I like to explore places that aren't the big city. But I like to have the big city within reach.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
nah,
even when I went to Guatapé, which Guatapé is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Medellin,
Yeah.
I was like, that's too far for me.
Yeah.
man.
No, I think it boils down to your preference, because as much as I love cities, like when you've been to so many of them, they all start looking the same, bro. And I really try to get out of them as much as possible. I'm going to Austria in 2 months or 2 weeks. I just came back from Sydney, Australia, and I was over Sydney. Granted, I've been there and I lived there for a year, so like it's something that I'm really familiar with.
And
But
people were like ganging up on you. It
yeah,
wasn't a
yeah,
good experience.
yeah,
I
no,
feel
it
like
wasn't
I
good.
was-
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it wasn't
put
at all.
out there. Oh, yeah, next time you fly out there, I'm flying with you. my
Let's
boy.
fly out there, man.
dog.
Yeah.
And I'm fighting. I'm like, I'm looking
Yeah,
for
but I'm
problems.
fighting.
Yeah,
I'm
looking
flying
for
to
problems.
fight. Yeah, no, but I'm going to Austria, and like I'm gonna be in Vienna, but I'm gonna be in Vienna for maybe a day and a half. Afterwards, like I want to be remote, bro. I want to be out there. But granted, it's only 3 weeks, so like you could do that and then come back.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do 3 weeks. I can do it like 3 days at a time.
Nah, bro, but I think that, look, man, and I'm not downplaying Guatapé because Guatapé is beautiful, bro. But when you go to some of these remote little parts of the world, you walk out and you're just like, man, this is like jaw-dropping beautiful. I was in places in Norway, shout out Norway, and I went to the Arctic Circle, and we were in the Arctic Circle. We rented a cabin. It's probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever done in my fucking life, honestly, bro. Like, without a doubt. I rented a cabin that had all clear walls. It's just a little thing, and it's right on the intercoastway.
So it's almost like a glamping.
Bro,
type of
it's
vibe.
exactly what it is. And it's, bro, and I tell you, man, this is like, again, one of the stupidest things I've ever spent money on. But to this day, I can't stop thinking about that place. It's in the waterway. It's this place called Lofoten, and it's just nothing but like waterways that erect huge mountains. So they're fjords that are everywhere, bro. And this was on a snowy day, and that's where we saw the northern lights. And we were sitting there, and for 3 days, and I couldn't get enough of it, bro. There's a jacuzzi outside. We would go out into the jacuzzi, cold,
Right.
no one around. There was one restaurant that we kept on going to every day that hunted and killed everything that
But
they
so
cooked.
it was open late.
Yeah, it was open
See,
late.
I could have that. Give me a place. Give me one place.
Oh, yours is the late thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Give me
because you're
one
insomniac.
place. Yeah. I get, I get anxiety.
Yeah.
I need to be out.
Yeah.
be doing
No,
something.
but don't get me wrong. After the 4th day, I kind of wanted a little vibra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want a little vibra. And then now you get antsy because you can't get it.
Yeah.
And you're so far away now.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you
I
want
get
a little
my brother.
cafecito shot.
Yeah, let's
With
end
your
the podcast
boys.
with one. Let's do one. Last
Another one?
Yeah, last one. Show them up, Jesse.
Shove
How many
'em up, my
how
boy.
many minutes are we in?
We're like an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Papa was.
Hour and 15. We're chilling. Okay, so right before we leave, as we get shot to some...
explain the channel. We should have
Oh,
done that in the
yeah, we
beginning.
should have done that in the beginning. But if you stuck around to the very end, now you're going to get it. So I'll give you the full story. Let's give him the full story, right?
No.
Like a condensed full story.
Like
We used
a
to have
2-minute story.
we used to have a podcast studio, which is where we shot it before, which is what you guys have been accustomed to seeing. But we decided to make an executive decision. The leash was up. I didn't really think that it was necessary to do it again because I have a full-blown store that I want to promote. And at the same time, we have been sharing the VVS podcast, the Very, Very Sensitive podcast, which is a comedy podcast between two idiots and our boy Gallo. And it had nothing to do with the jewelry channel. So a lot of times I was posting, it wasn't getting the traction it needed, and the algorithm wasn't picking it up because it thinks that we're talking about jewelry, and at the end of the day, we're not. So we're a comedy podcast. We're just here to invite you into our room and want you might feel like you're here. And we weren't able to do that if we're not reaching the correct audience. So this is going to be the last episode you see on our channel. From now on, we are going to have a brand new channel, and it's just going to be dedicated to the VVS podcast. Hence why we asked you guys if you guys wanted to change the name, because now it doesn't matter. I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to talk about, we're going to curse a little bit. We're going to talk a little smack. You know what I mean? Like we're going to
get raunchy.
Yeah, because now it has nothing to do with the brand.
The layers back.
Yeah, we don't have to get crazy with it. So if you're seeing this podcast, before we used to have like Hialeah signs and like Miami signs and all this crazy stuff, and now we're not having it. Now we're at the store. We're chilling. It's going to be a little bit raunchier. Same format. Everybody's still here, but it's going to be strictly just a comedy podcast. You're going to see clips. You're going to see, it's just going to be a lot more involved than what you've been seeing right now. So cheers to this new project. I'm excited about it. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I told you from the beginning. I think you were a little bit more scared how I was going to take it.
Yeah, honestly, I was, because the thing about it is that we were piggybacking off the channel, which is getting so many views. And a lot of times we were getting straggler views of people that were just popping in because they had no idea what it was. Yeah. Some people were into it, some people were not. That's why it's so that's why I think for me it meant so much to have the Strong 16, because it's like people who actually gave a shit about us when no one else,
even there for that.
when no one was even there for that. They just happened to stumble upon our podcast. So shout out Strong 16. You guys are going to be seeing a lot more of this content, more consistent content. Podcasts are coming out Mondays at 1 p.m. Yes or yes, so you can put it in the bank.
Instagram rolling.
Yeah, we're
again?
getting Instagram rolling again. We're getting YouTube Shorts. We're getting it's gonna be it's gonna be a whole nother thing. So I'm pumped about it. Let's take this last shot, and then we're gonna do our last bets for the week.
I got
so we
no
can
bets.
send it in. I'm doing this. We're doing one right now. As you guys know, the last bit. These are your send it in. Just come up with the one real quick while I do this one. You know how I'm a hype man. By this time, a lot of you guys have dropped out, but I am going to do this is again not sponsored by Hard Rock Bet. These are my 4 lock it in parlay, also known as my send it in. Here we go with it's anytime tutties. You know I like an anytime tutty bet. Okay. Terry McLaurin, anytime tutty against Baltimore. This is Washington. Terry McLaurin, anytime tutty. I'm going Marvin Harrison Jr., that's how we know world. Anytime tutty.
Yeah, that is how we know world.
Yep. Mike Evans, he's due for one. Anytime tutty. And last, AJ Brown, anytime tutty. $10 pays you $378.84. We are gonna send it in. Let's go.
I have a James Cook anytime tutty.
Ooh, I love a James Cook anytime tutty
James
bet.
Cook, but
yeah, whatever. Dog.
I have a Jamar Chase.
Ooh, this is a 4. How many leg parlay?
Three-legger.
Okay,
I've
3
been
leg.
losing a lot of money lately.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 leg parlay. Let's say it one more time.
The last one.
Okay.
Okay. So I got James Cook anytime tutty.
Anytime tutty.
I have Jamar Chase anytime TD, and those are easy ones.
Yeah,
right? Those are. I'm not
Jamar
saying
Chase is good for one.
Bet, right?
1,000.
It's a good bet.
Yeah.
But the last one is the money one. Kyle Pitts.
Ooh, tight end.
And I just thought about who's the sorriest player that I think can score a touchdown this week.
Yeah.
And that's Kyle Pitts.
I was gonna. Let's send that in. Let's send that in.
Oh, and that's also a plus 1430. So if you bet 1,000, which I think you should. You win $15,300.
Damn, bro.
And if you have a 10% profit boost, you get an extra 1,700.
Let's go. Send it in
for 1,000. And if you're not putting 1,000, don't put it at all.
Send it in. Yeah. You know, I was gonna do one last bet on that one, and it was a Josh Allen rushing TD that would bring up yours from $375 in profit to $1,200.
Yeah, but
with
he's
$10. Yeah, I know. But
He's out there like
he's
he has no idea what's happening.
wobbling out
No,
there.
He get one more hit and he's
He's in for the count.
yeah.
All right, guys.
Así que
I appreciate you
gamble
guys.
irresponsibly.
We'll see you guys next week. Dale.
Dale.